Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie, and is it too early for Halloween manis? I mean, I guess it might be if you're more traditional, but here's the way I see it. One, if you're looking for Halloween inspo, I like to post it early, and that way you have plenty of time to plan for when you're ready to do Halloween manis, if you need to order colors, whatnot. And two, if it makes you happy, it's not harming anyone. And so that's why I'm going to put up Halloween decorations in my house. So anyway, I've got this Pick Your Poison collection from CN Designer Dips. I'm super excited about these colors. So we're going to do a little bit of a Halloween themed mani using some of these colors. I told you, you're going to see a lot of CN Designer Dips manis from me this month just because there were so many amazing new colors released. So I'm starting first from the Pick Your Poison collection. This is called Nightshade. This is a beautiful dark purple. It's a solid and it also glows. This is going to go on my thumb and index finger, and a little later on I'll show you how I do like a slime drip type design using only dip liquids. It's going to be sugared and it's going to be really fun. But before I get to that, I'm going to do 2 dips each on my thumb and index finger, and my index finger is what's going to have the slime drip on it. So I'm going to wait till cap all my nails in clear until the very end, which usually before I work on a glitter, I will cap my solids in clear. So I was risking it because my pinky is going to be a solid color as well. So I think I may have gotten away with no contamination, but that is always a risk that I usually like to try to avoid. Even though Nightshade is a darker color and you do see that pigment on my skin after I dip in, at the end with just a quick hand wash, it all comes off. So don't worry, there's not any staining that happens, which I always worry about when I'm working with darker colors because some stains will take days of scrubbing just to remove. Luckily, this was not the case with any of these colors that I used in this collection. The CN Designer Dips Dip Base is a bit of a quicker dry time, so by the time I'm done with my index finger, it's all dry, so I'm ready to dust off the excess powder, and then I'm going to go in with layer 2. And as you can see, I didn't really get like a full even coverage in my first layer, but I wouldn't attribute that to the dip base or to the dip powder. I am wearing peel base underneath, which will make my dip base dry even faster. So I don't really get even coverage on my first layer, which is why I'm going in with layer 2. So for layer 2, I'm going to go a little bit slower. I'm going to make sure any of those areas that I missed with my first layer, I want to make sure that I get them covered with my second layer because I don't want to do more than 2 dips. Is anyone else super excited for Halloween? I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Halloween is my favorite time of year. Every year I say I'm going to do as many Halloween manis as possible and start early, and then I never end up doing as many as I want to. So this year I'm starting even earlier. We'll see if I'm able to fit in all the manis that I want to. I do have some really fun Halloween stamping plates that I want to do, maybe some stickers. If you have any ideas that you want to see me do on in this channel, let me know as well down below in the comments, or shoot me a DM or email, whatever. But I am just like so excited. Hopping back in to explain what I'm doing next. So I did my one dip of toxic on my ring finger, and now I'm gonna do that slime drip on my index finger. So I just have this little baggie. I think like a random ring came in it. Whatever will work. I just need somewhere to put down my dip base that I don't have to worry about ruining, that I can just throw away afterwards. So I'm just applying some of that dip base to the baggie so I have easy access to it. And then I have like this, I think it's the Revel self-cleaning nail art brush or something like that with the name of it. I haven't tried it before. I think it's just really a liner brush that sits in a bottle of acetone, but I decided to give it a try with the dip base. And I'll be honest, I was struggling with this brush. It was a lot stiffer than I thought it would be. And I don't know if it's normally that way, if there's something I should do before I started using it. I don't know. I should have read the instructions, but I'm going to carry on. So I'm just applying like random dots on my nail. So that's going to be like the end of the drips. And then once I've got those dots down, then I'll focus on creating those drips. I know I have to work a little bit quicker though, because this is dip base and it's going to dry a little bit faster on me. But I want these dots to be kind of staggered. I don't want them all the same length and height. So I just kind of want to stagger them, like one shorter, one a little bit longer. And then once I've got those dots, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line up from those dots to my cuticle area. Of course, I want to make sure I don't get any dip base on my skin, but I'm just kind of drawing that out. And it's a little more difficult because the dip base was running on me a little bit, but we'll fix that. Don't worry about it. So I'm just drawing those lines up. And then at the cuticle area, I'm kind of tracing around. And I don't want it to just be like a line coming straight out of my cuticle area. You want it to kind of have that like curved drip type effect. So where the line meets the cuticle area, I'm just drawing like a little curve area to show where like the drop's starting to form and then it's going to drip down. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but in my head it makes sense. And hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing to kind of go with what I'm explaining. And of course, I'm a little bit out of frame, so sorry about that. I was just really concentrating on making sure I could do this and do it quick enough to where the base wasn't gonna dry on me. But once I'm kind of happy with that placement, I'm just gonna gently lay my finger into the glitter. So this is toxic. I want that because I think it's like the perfect bright green chartreusey type color for that slime. And you can see here the dip kind of like ran together. So it's not completely dry yet. So I did get a little bit on my skin. So I want to clean that up. And then I'm going to take my orange wood stick and I'm going to do like just a little bit of scraping, a little bit of pushing that dip aside just to make the drips each separate. So they're not like all just one like blob of green. So you can see here, I've got plenty of time. I'm just kind of reforming that shape, making sure that everything is separate, that it still looks like kind of drops and that they're not all like bleeding together because I want you to be able to actually tell that they are like slime drips. And you can do the same with red to make blood drips. I think this is a really fun and super easy way to do nail art. It doesn't have to be like the green for slime, but as soon as I saw toxic, I thought it would be perfect to do this look against the purple because I just love the contrast. So that's really all I'm going to do for my index finger. So now I'm going to go ahead and continue on and do my second dip on my ring finger. I went ahead and capped all my nails in clear, activated and filed and buffed off camera. So here's how the mani's looking. So now we're gonna get into my favorite part, which is of course dip top coat. So in order for dip top coat to dry, it does need a layer of activator. So I'm going to apply one final layer activator to all my nails. It just needs to be one thin layer, and then I'm gonna let it completely dry for a full 2 minutes before I go in with my top coat. I waited 2 full minutes, and now I'm going in with my first layer of dip top coat. I'm applying it in 2 to 3 swipes on each nail. I want to be fairly quick about it because I don't want to contaminate my brush with any excess activator and harden it. In between each nail, I'm making sure to wipe my brush on something lint-free. So I do have a lint-free paper towel that I'm wiping my brush on before I return it to the bottle. And then once I'm done with my first layer, I can go in immediately with my second layer. And I know it's ready because it'll start looking a little dull and wrinkly, because for whatever reason, your dip top coat does need 2 layers to be extra shiny. So for my second layer, I'm making sure that I've got everything covered, that I'm taking my time, and I'm also capping my free edge. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles with my scales of a Mermaid cuticle oil. And if you're doing any shopping, I do have an ambassador code Jeannie10 to save you 10% off your order. I'll leave that linked down below in the description. And I'm using the scent Spooked, and I'm super excited to bring this out. Not only does the label have the cutest little ghosty on it, it's like a really good warm scent, if that makes any sense. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think it's perfect for the fall time, winter time. It's just one of those really cozy scents. So I'm lathering myself up in it because you saw how dry and crusty my cuticles were looking. So that wraps up today's video, and I'm super excited to share with you a really easy Halloween look using no gels. You could just do it with dip liquids, and it's just so fun to do. You could also do the slime drip sugared instead of top coating it. So I would just do my normal dipping process, top coat, and then apply the dip base on top of that and do the dip in the glitter. But anyway, I hope this video is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this. And it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.